Welcome, everybody, to another edition of the Tech Woke Podcast. My name is Chris, the host. And on this podcast, we talk about cyber career and life. And in today's podcast, we're going to talk about what is the career path of a GRC analyst in the Govtech space. And this question came about because I've been talking to a lot of people and they want to know where you can go from being an ISO or any other position in GR space in the government. So I was like, let me just make a video just to explain a little bit on what you can do in the GR space in the government. So I'm going to get started right now and I'm going to share my screen. So I'm about to pull my screen up right now. So we're going to present, share screen. So I'm going to pull up a menu right now to kind of show like what can you do in the GRC space. So I created a little notepad to kind of explain some of the career paths in the GR space in the government, just so you can get a gist of what you can do. Because where I first started, when I got into the GRC space, I started off and I still am currently as an information system security officer. I've been working in this position for 4 years, going on 4 years. So in this position, I've been working it, and I was like, what can I do after I'm finished with this position? Where I'm going to be an ISO forever? What can I do? So when I was in the position, I just started looking at different positions that I can do in the space. So I kind of created a chart on where you can go with your career. So we're going to start from the beginning. So you could be an information system security engineer. I don't have too much experience working this position, but the definition and what they do for this position is an individual assigned responsibility for conducting information system security engineer activities. It can be working on STIGs, working on the systems, things like that to help secure the system and maintain its posture. So that's what I'm getting for that position. And keep in mind, I never worked this position. This is what I looked up for this position. So from this position, you can move your way up to an ISO. So I work as an ISO, Information System Security Officer, an individual assigned responsibility for maintaining the appropriate operational security posture for information system program. So for my position, we're maintaining the system, maintaining the posture. We're talking to different stakeholders for this position. We're talking to different security engineers to see what's going on or fixing vulnerabilities, creating POAMs, and also trying to get doing continuous monitoring to get authorization for the program. So that's what you do for that position. You're maintaining the security posture, and that's what your job is as an ISO. And it's a primarily documentation-based position. So while you're working as an ISO, you can move your way up to a system security control assessor, or SCA, or some positions they call them if it's a contractor, security control assessor representative. This position, the individual group or organization responsible for conducting a security control assessment. When you're an ISO, you're testing different controls to maintain the posture of the program. You don't validate those controls. You send that up to the SCA. So the SCA will review all your controls, review all your documentation, and see if it's up to par for you to pass, or if you test a control to see if it's valid. They test all the controls found in the NIST guidelines or whatever controls that are applying to your system. And they're just maintaining and validating to make sure it's okay to approve, to give you authorization for your program. So that's what they're doing. And that's one of the upper positions. And I recommend for that position, you got to work as a ISO, get some certs up, because that can be a little bit more difficult of a position because you got to learn different programs. You got to know how systems work. You got to know about different technologies. And it's all combined for this position. This position could probably take up to 5 to 6 years to get the experience to do this position. But that's another way up after you promote from an ISO. So you go from ISI to ISO to SCA. So one of the last positions you can get in the GRC space in the government is an authorizing official, a senior federal official or executive with authority to formally assume responsibility for operating an information system at the acceptable level risk to organization operations, including mission, function, image, reputation, organization, assets, individuals, other organizations, or nation. So this is one of the highest positions you can get in the GRC space in the government. The authorizing official is one of the last people to approve. So a SCAR can go through validated controls, say you can get a couple years of authorization. The AO reviews everybody's work, including the SCARs. They validate it and they approve whether or not you can get your system can stay up running, not running, get a certain amount of time on it. They're the final position. And if you want to make certain changes, even including risk assessment, certain major changes with your program or anything, the AO is the person you talk to. So the AO is the final position you can get to in the GRC space. And that's pretty much where I'm getting at. If anybody's watching, if you have a different perspective on the government space specifically, please write in the comments, correct me if I'm wrong for anything that I said. That's pretty much it for the video. If you enjoyed the video, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, put some comments down below, share the video, and remember everybody, get 1% better every day. Peace out, everybody. I'll see you on the next one.